Not every one of those people were actively breaking the law, but a major group of them were. Major fucking group of them were. The peaceful protesters were doing just that, peacefully protesting. Back to the article. Ooh, listen to a pop! We need help from each and every one of you senators at this Capitol to fight for us because our city leaders are not. Our council is not. The hatred they have towards our departments has never been more evident, Walker said. The Minneapolis City Council voted unanimously to abolish its police department in June. So when they're talking about, oh no, they're just talking about defunding. Nah, the fuck they're not. They are talking about abolishment. They are talking about dismantling the police department. And they voted twice on this shit in Minnesota. Not just one time, twice. This will be the city near you. This will be the department that you guys represent, the city that you represent right now. It's in Minneapolis, but it's spreading. And something needs to be done, Walker said. He's right. 100% right. Now, I'm not saying bad cops need to get off and get away with the shit they did. Hell nah, man. If you're a dirty cop, you need to catch the wrath. You need to go through the justice system and it needs to fail you. You need to go to prison and they need to treat you like, you want your cornbread? Type shit, you know what I'm saying? That's what they need to do to dirty cops, to bad cops. And I'll say it again, I ain't never met a good one, but I hold out hope. But we do need the police. You got police officers everywhere right now taking a beating, whether it's morale-wise, whether it's physically, mentally, whether it's the family. One of those police officers that was killed in McAllen, Texas, those cops were killed on the doorstep. They never even had a chance to pull out their strap. The shooter was waiting. Don't tell me that shit's fair. This is where I was going with it. One of those officers had a daughter. That daughter went on Twitter to honor her dad, her fallen father. The dad that raised her, the guy that loved her, the guy that held her, all that stuff. The dad, her dad. And why do I emphasize it like that? Because the people on Twitter talked so much hateful, vile shit. They made her block her profile and take the fucking tweet down. There was people saying, "That's a good, your dad's a good cop now. He's dead." Are you fucking kidding me? Nah, man, and that's not the people on the right. That's the people on the left. That's the facts. Whether you like them or you don't, that's the facts. That girl did not have that coming. She did not have that amount of hate coming. Whether her dad was a cop or not, that was his decision. And y'all just literally pissed, shit, and swore over someone's grave, man. That's fucked up. And one day, it won't be today, but one day, them sad sacks of shit are going to have to answer for that. Because I believe in God. And one day there will be a judgment day. And when that day comes, all that nasty, vile shit you was talking, you're going to have to answer for that. I'm going to have to answer for all the vile shit I did done too. But I ain't never talked so lowly to someone that just lost their parent. Now we have, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Crystal, Minnesota, we had a 19-year-old run over a cop. Shit's insane, man. And I really believe if the demoralization of police wasn't as bad as it is right now, you wouldn't have all these attacks happening to police officers. Minneapolis WCCO. A Des Moines, Iowa teen is charged with running over a Crystal police officer Thursday after leading law enforcement on a chase. Shisho, 19, is charged with one count of second-degree assault with dangerous weapon and one count of fleeing peace officer in a vehicle. According to Hennepin County Attorney Office, the Minnesota State Patrol attempted to pull a show over for speeding on the interstate, but he fled. He was eventually boxed in by officers and chased. After the chase entered a city, the city of Crystal, near West Broadway Avenue and Bass Lake Road. If you ain't from Minnesota, Crystal is right next to over north. North Minneapolis, baby. Where they have a police ring, where they had a police precinct. I haven't been over there in a few weeks, but I don't know if it's still like it, but I'm assuming it's probably still. Fucking got the trenches in front of it with barbed wire and all that, but there's pictures on the Instagram. Go check it out. The police precinct is boarded up with all kinds of barbed wire and cement blocks and shit. The show is seen in a cell-phone video reversing his car, pinning a female officer against the squad car, then driving forward. That officer is then knocked down and her legs are run over. The officer is taken to the hospital, treated for serious leg bruise, but she is expected to be released sometime Friday. Just, it's funny. I mean, I'm not, and thank God that she's okay, because who the fuck wants to have their legs crushed by a vehicle? If you ain't never been hit by a car, you do not understand. And I've been hit by 3 of them, so I understand how crazy, painful that shit is. Let it wind, let it wind. And then with the final one, my final one, I got one more for you. One more. Pop culture. This one about none other than Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace booed at NASCAR All-Star Open. Cheered after crash. Bubba Wallace took some heat before he competed in NASCAR All-Star Open, which was the race to qualify for the main event at Bristol Motor Speedway on Wednesday. AP Sports reporter Jenna Fry covered that the event and wrote on Twitter that fans booed Wallace when he was introduced, and when he crashed 17 laps into the race, the crowd began cheering. Woo! I'm assuming that's what it sounded like. You're probably like, boo! When he was announced, when he was, they had him come in and shit. I hope it ain't that windy. I hope y'all stick around. I hope y'all listen to it, man. It's crazy out this bitch. I love Minnesota. I love the weather. Hope y'all love the podcast. We're going to jump right back into this. Bubba Wallace was also booed when he was introduced, and many cheered when he crashed, Fryer wrote. NASCAR still has a lot of work to do to back up its position. Whoa! That's the alarm, baby. We're going to have to cut that motherfucker off. I'm going to tune in with y'all soon. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. Just know that Bubba Wallace was cheered, and then he was booed. Shit's crazy. The world's crazy. It's pitch up, baby. You know what it is.